What is up, garden friends? My name is Jason with Jason's Gardens, and welcome to my garden. Today we're at DMC, or the Drew Matthews Center, and we're going to be making a video about lavender. And I'm going to be talking about how you can grow them from cuttings, things and pests that you have to look out for, soil types and what they enjoy, how to fertilize them, and do's and do nots. So, if you're interested in any of that, stay tuned and let's get into it. Duplicating your lavender plants can be very easy, and I find it one of the easiest thing to do. It's simple. Take a small piece of the side growth that you have of your lavender plant, or if you see one in store, just take a small side piece of it, clip that right off, and then take off the bottom leaves till there's about like a ½ an inch left. After that, you can dip it in your rooting hormone. The one that we're using today is a name that I can't say and refuse to look up, but this is a really good option, and I've used it a few times in the past, and it's worked out pretty well. And if you want a second option, if you can't find this in stores, there's another one that I see a lot of times at like the Lowe's and the Home Depots, and it's this rooting hormone with a purple top. I'll put a little picture up it on the side right here, and it works well as well. Both of these will do basically the same job. It's just one has a bigger mass, it can hold more rooting powder, so it'll last you longer. But either one of these will work very, very well. After you do that, plant them into your pre-moistened soil. There is a little needle tool that I've been using. I'll show it to you guys up close. Right here. Right here, this needle tool. And I will just stick it in a little bit into the dirt and then plant in your lavender cuttings. Press down firmly around the soil around it just so it makes sure it stays nice and in place, and you're set for your lavender cuttings. A common question is, can I grow my lavender from seed? And my answer to that will be yes and no, simply because it is weirdly difficult to grow lavender from seed. I have no idea why, but I've done it a few times, and don't let my partial bad luck with lavender from seed destroy your dreams of growing lavender from seed, but it's just weirdly hard for some reason. Sometimes the seeds just won't germinate sometimes they go a little this and a little that. But the best option and the freest option that I can find is if you just see a lavender plant in store. I'm not just saying like if you have some pruners on you, just, hey, you didn't hear it from me. All right, you heard it from me, but that's besides the point. I would just say that the chances of you getting a healthy lavender plant are better if you just take small cuttings off. It just seems to have the best rate of success for me, and generally a lot of gardeners, a lot of beginners, a lot of everybody just has better luck just taking a little cutting off, a little snippet, and planting it in some good quality soil. But on another note, lavender do not like being in acidic soils or very clay, really thick mulches or straws. They don't like it. They like being in alkaline soils, meaning well-draining soils all the way. When something is too acidic for these lavender plants, they will most likely wilt or die off just because they really, really don't like it. But let's just say that you test your soil pH and it's extremely acidic soil. The way that you can counteract this, besides just buying more soil tended to lavender, is to simply get a lime fertilizer. Lime is an alkaline fertilizer, and by adding the powder or the liquid fertilizer to your lavender, you're gonna in turn more alkaline the soil and create a better home for these plants. For example, this one's been living in this pot, well, it's been up potted, but it's been alive for around 2 years, and it is massive. It would have not got to this size if there was no lime. If this soil was extremely acidic, it would have never got to this size. It would have died off very quickly. And the best way to sustain this growth and keep it up, may that be in ground or in pots, is to simply give it lime or give it alkaline soil. If the soil is already alkaline, you don't really need to do too much after that, because lavender doesn't really need a lot of fertilizer. They're pretty good on their own. As long as the soil's alkaline and rich in good quality substance per se, then they're gonna be really good and they're gonna work for you. They're gonna keep the mosquitoes away, and overall is the really good option to your garden beds, sidewalks, side areas and such. Another question that comes to mind is how long do lavender stay alive for? Like how in repetition, like they're perennial and they can also be annuals. And annuals, the way that separates perennial and annuals is basically the zone. So if the lavender is in the correct zone in which it can survive over those winters, then it can be a perennial. But it will most likely be an annual if it's like a zone, I'm zone 6. So if it's a zone 9 or a zone 7, then it's most likely going to die after the first year. But the best way to keep a lavender plant long and for its lifetime, which is around like 4 or 5 years, extremely healthy, is to simply, of course, have an alkaline soil base and also grow lavender that are to your area. You don't want to grow a zone 9 type of lavender in your zone 4 because as a result, it won't be able to survive those climates. The plant has been grown in hybrid and messed with so it can grow into your climate. So if you're growing a zone 9 lavender in zone 3 or zone 4, then it's not going to work out for you. It's going to die. It may survive a season, but after that, it's going to wipe away. So the way to get an perennial is to grow for your zone. And with good care, it can last to about 4 to 5 years, like I said. And overall, will be a plant that you really don't have to bother as much. They kind of just grow, grow, grow. And when they stop growing, and it's just how it is. But because you can easily just take another cutting off and start a brand new plant, you're not going to be without a lavender plant for too long. But in all, that's everything about lavender that I have accumulated over time. And if there are any other questions about lavender or a different type of herb, plants, or such that you would like me to go over, mention that in the comment section. And if you enjoyed this video and enjoy the content that we create on this channel, make sure you subscribe and like this video. But in all, I thank you for putting a piece of your time in your day and into your very, very busy schedule, of course, to watch this video and learn something new in all. So I want you guys to all have a great day, live, laugh, learn, love, and do all those great things. So have a great day, much love, peace. We're out. Have a great day. See yas. Woo!